Greetings, one and all. The Premier League is back, which means Liverpool is going to be back as well. And we will be taking on Watford. 7th place Watford in the league against 2nd place Liverpool in the league. And it is hopefully going to be a jolly season of season's greetings and everything like that. And hopefully it's going to be amazing for everybody. But hopefully it's going to be really good for Liverpool as well. Because make no mistake, as everybody probably already knows as well, Liverpool fans and maybe non-Liverpool fans alike, this is going to be a tough month. However, we've been saying that about a couple of months for Liverpool, that this is going to be the tough month. This is going to be the tough month over here. This is going to be a really tough month as well. Every single game in the Premier League is not a given. No game in the Premier League is a given. That's not how it works. You have to work hard. You have to play hard, play well. That's how it has to be in the Premier League. And I like it. That's why we enjoy the Premier League. It's why we watch the Premier League. It's why I watch other Premier League games, not just Liverpool against whoever. This is why we love the Premier League. And it's going to be difficult. We've got some difficult games coming up. Watford, difficult game. PSG, difficult. We've got Burnley, I think, at some point. That's going to be a difficult game as well. It's not a given. No game is a given. We've got Everton at some point. United at some point. Napoli at some point. We've got big games, tough games. I don't think we're going to pick up all the points that we want in all of these games. But I do think that we will kick off with a win against Watford. I do. Let me go through the team, and let's obviously kick off with the brand new news. Finally, Sadio Mané has decided to sign an extended contract with Liverpool. I can't remember how much money he's on, but I don't care. I think he signed another 5-year contract with Liverpool, which is amazing. That means that both Mohamed Salah, Firmino, and of course the triumvirate, the third player in that, Sadio Mané, is tied down for another contract. Now, obviously, when I say tied down, you're only as tied down as you want to be. You know, if your team's doing well, and let's face it, we're doing quite well. We're doing good in the league. You know, bloody hell, let's sort this bloody hair out at some point. I'll sort that out later. Never mind. And yeah, it's all good. When you sort out contracts for big players and stuff like that, like big players that have performed well for us, it means that, you know, maybe we're making a statement of intent that they enjoy being here. Other players from around the world might look at this project, this team, and look at it and think, those guys are enjoying it. They're extending their contracts by like 5 years or something like that. You know, that's what it all feeds into. And hopefully, if we keep these guys tied down, if we can win some silverware this year, we'll, you know, not like the Egypt coach says, that Salah may consider quitting Liverpool in a year or two to pursue other avenues. Sod off, mate, innit? You know, Jurgen Klopp was way more, you know, he spoke way better about that comment than I did, but I'm just telling the guy from the Egypt FA, whoever he is, just sod off. He's not, during internationals, he's your player, but during club time, leave it alone. Just leave it alone, mate. Anyway, we can come into this game, hopefully, I think we have a fully fit squad, apart from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I actually think this is the first time in a long time we've got a fully fit squad to choose from. And that's so exciting. That is so exciting. And I'm going to get through the team news now, actually. Let's just do that right now. My back five is what I would like the back five to be for all of the games that we have coming up over the Christmas period. We're not going to be able to do that. There will have to be some rotation at some point. But my back five, Alisson in goal, Andy Robbo, he's got to be at left back, has to be, with Alberto Moreno looking ever more like he's going to be out the door at some point, maybe even January. Then we've got centre-backs, has to be Van Dijk and Gomez for me. Gomez had a very good international break. I think all of our players generally had a good international break. I don't think, apart from Sadio Mané, who I think were left the pitch in tears at some point, but I think they all did. Van Dijk scoring for the Netherlands, which got them, I think, promoted into the semi-finals or something like that. Joe Gomez had very good international break as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold scored his first international goal, and he's going to be at right back. That's my back five. I should probably, when I do these team lineup predictions, I should probably do them without even mentioning defence and goalkeeper, because for me, that's what I would choose every single week. I've got no reason to choose anybody else. So, we're going to go into the midfield. Jordan Henderson is back fit, and I want him in this team. Some people don't like Henderson. That's your opinion. That's totally fine. Some people love Henderson, and that's your opinion, and that's totally fine. I really like Henderson, and the fact that he's club captain, I really want him in there. Now, what does that mean for the rest of the midfield? Why do I want Jordan Henderson in there? I want Jordan Henderson in that midfield because I want his leadership. And not saying that the other guys like Milner and Wijnaldum don't show leadership, but I want Henderson next to Fabinho because I think he can help guide Fabinho into being the monster player that he was at Monaco. He is doing well, and he's doing really well, and I'm glad that Klopp has managed to come out and squash those rumours about us selling Fabinho or loaning him out in January and selling him in the summer and stuff like that. I'm glad that that has come out and been squashed because I didn't believe a second of it. You don't buy a player like that, like Fabinho, and then sell him the next year. You don't do that, absolutely not. And I think he's got all the attributes to be the monster midfielder that we've needed for so long. And I think alongside Henderson, that will only progress. Now, who do we give that creative, attacking, maybe that more advanced midfield role to? There's two names that come to my mind, and Lallana isn't one of them. Naby Keita or Xherdan Shaqiri. Naby Keita or Xherdan Shaqiri. Now, for me, in this game, I want it to be Naby Keita. I want him to get back into Premier League action. I want him to show what he can do. I want him to start building up that reputation that he'd obviously built up in the Bundesliga for Red Bull Leipzig and really start showing that passing range that he's got, that deceptive speed and pace that he's got as well. You know, never mind all these people, and I like playing FIFA as well, but all those people that play FIFA and look at the fact that he's got like 65 pace or something on there, that's completely wrong. He's got very good agility, very good balance, and very good speed in real life. His passing range is excellent, his vision is excellent, and he's just come off a big injury for him. So having him back in the Premier League, I think that would be excellent. Then he can show what he's about in the Premier League. Maybe that gets him a place against PSG. But if not, and things aren't going to plan, or maybe we can do a little bit of squad rotation here. He maybe plays like 50 minutes or something like that, and then bang, if it's not going well, or if it is going well and he just needs to come off a bit of rest because he's coming back from an injury, bang, we can put Shaqiri in there. How about that? And then when we play PSG next week, bang, we can maybe put Shaqiri in there to start. We have Naby Keita come off the bench. Whatever, however, which way it works. But in this game, I want to see Naby Keita in that midfield. And I think that'd be a really nice midfield. You've got Henderson to do all the running, the combative things as well. You've got Fabinho, who can do obviously all the running, the combative things as well, keeping our back four nice and defended, giving them support as well. But Fabinho's also got the passing range of an absolute wizard. And he can thread balls through from deep as well, which is excellent. And then you've got Naby Keita, who can find those like half passes, those half spaces for the forwards, get in between the defensive lines of Watford, and I think that could really help us. And then when we come to the front three, I think, and this is if we're playing a front three, we may drop into a 4-2-3-1, but even so, still doesn't matter. It's still the same for me. Sadio Mané, Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino. Now, the only change I want to see, if we play with a 4-3-3, that front three speaks for itself. Salah on the right-hand side, Mane on the left-hand side, and Firmino up front. That speaks for itself for me. But if we drop to a 4-2-3-1 and approach the game in that way, I want to see Firmino back up front, and I want Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side because he threatens so much more from the right-hand side. Bobby Firmino is much more influential up front in that space there. He's just so much better in that position than dropping him in behind. That's just my opinion. There are a lot of options that you can go with. You could, whatever they want to do. You could even put Sturridge up there if that's the way they want to go, how they want to do with squad rotation. But that is how I would do it. I want to see Mohamed Salah back on the right-hand side, his rightful position. That's where he should be. That's where he's most effective. That's where he's most dangerous. Coming in, going down the wing. That's what the song says. Mo Salah running down the wing. That's what we want. Having him up front, yeah, it moves him closer to goal, and he is very good in front of goal most of the time, but Bobby Firmino is the linchpin between the right wing or the right midfielder, the left midfielder, the attacking midfielder. The rest of the play, it runs through him, and when you put him in that like number 10 position, all right, he played in a similar sort of position for Hoffenheim when he was there. It doesn't work for me, and I don't think it works for him. And I really want to see Firmino back up front. I want to see Salah out on the right-hand side, obviously Mané on the left-hand side, whichever way it works. But if we go 4-3-3, it speaks for itself. Now, Watford are not going to be a walkover game. It is not going to be a walkover game. They've got physical presences up and down the pitch. They've got Doucouré, they've got Troy Deeney up front as well, who will be an absolute nuisance, I imagine, for Gomez and Van Dijk. They've got threatening players, they've got technical players as well. I still think that we can come out of this, though, with a 2-0 victory. No, it's no disrespect to Watford at all. I think Watford are going to put up a fight. They are at home, we are at their home. And it's going to be really difficult. And I'm not saying that like Watford won't score. I'm just trying to give a prediction of what I think could happen. And I do think that we can win this game 2-0. I think with a solid defence, a solid midfield, and hopefully a threatening and firing front three, we can go and win this game. However, if we start the game anywhere near like we did, like say in the Champions League against Red Star or something like that, Watford will take advantage and they will punish us. They will. We have to make sure that we are clinical in all aspects of our game. Not just clinical for me doesn't just mean in front of goal. Clinical means in midfield, winning your midfield battles, getting your passes right, finding your man, making sure that you're not taking silly risks in silly positions. Same with the defence as well. Making sure that you are not just like striding out of defence, which we did see from Lovren quite a lot, which is why I don't ever predict them to be in a team. When you see someone striding out of defence and into midfield from defence, and then they lose the ball, you've then got three defenders. Now for us, that doesn't always happen because our left back and right back like to get forward. You could end up leaving it with one centre back and a goalkeeper against a forward, which doesn't always end well. Now I like the fact that Gomez and Van Dijk have an excellent relationship, and Alisson is doing really well in goal as well. Everybody just has to be disciplined. They really have to show discipline, show hard work, and we will get through this game. And I think that we can get a 2-0 victory. Could be more, could be less. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this game ends up as a draw as well, because they will be difficult to break down defensively, I think. I don't know if Watford have any injuries. So I'm playing this preview as if they've got like a full-strength squad. They might not have a full-strength squad. But anyway, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And I think that we can get a 2-0 victory, and then we go into the Champions League. So, let me know what you think in the comments below of this video. Thank you ever so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate anybody that watches, anybody that shares, comments, whatever. We can always have a discussion in our videos. Get those comments down and I will talk to you in there as well. Get your views across. Let me know what your predictions are. Goal scorers, how do you think it's going to go today? Is this going to be an easy game for Liverpool, or is this a potential banana skin? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll catch you later.